Let's make my Petal Breeze quilt pattern using only a layer cake. Now for the fabrics, I am using Gail Lorraine from Art Gallery Fabrics, which I will have a link down below in the description for you to purchase from a quilt store that I trust and personally shop at. Now with each layer cake 10-inch square, you're going to first cut a 5-inch by 10-inch rectangle, then two 5-inch squares. Now with one of those 5-inch squares, you are going to cut at a 45-degree diagonal twice in both directions, and that's it. You'll just repeat this to every single 10-inch square for the quilt size that you are making. And Petal Breeze is available in 5 quilt sizes: baby, throw, twin, queen, and king, which I will have that free PDF pattern available down below in the description. Now, once everything is cut, we are just going to sew everything all back together again. So first step, go ahead and mix up the prints for your hourglass block by selecting 4 different prints, and we are going to sew them back together with a 1/4-inch seam allowance. Now do take your time as we will be working with the bias in this section. So go ahead and sew all your triangles together to complete that scrappy hourglass block. Once all of your scrappy hourglass blocks are completed, next we are going to select a different print in a 5-inch square, and we are going to sew it on top of our hourglass block. Now it will be longer than needed, but just go ahead and line up that left side and sew it together, and we will trim and square everything up at the very end. Now we are going to sew a matching 5-inch by 10-inch rectangle to the left side of the block. And once again, it will be longer than needed. But afterwards, we are going to square everything up to an 8.5-inch square, and that's it. Now, I chose to trim everything and square the block at the very end. That way, we are only trimming once instead of twice for each block. So go ahead and just repeat all these steps until you've made enough for the quilt size that you have selected. Now that all of the blocks are finished, it is time to lay the quilt out. So go ahead and place your block like so, and we're going to rotate the other blocks 90 degrees until we have formed the layout for a quilt top. And as always, we are going to sew our blocks together to form rows, and then lastly, sew the rows together to complete the quilt top. And here is what my quilt top looks like all finished. Now, I do love how the darker prints within this collection are still able to be sprinkled all over throughout the quilt. And as for the backing, I am using the Wildflower Whispers print from the same collection. And then for the thread choices, I have selected Mercury from Glide Threads. And here it is, my Petal Breeze quilt all quilted out. I do hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial, and if you could please take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be notified for your next amazing quilt project.